The first law of motion, also known as the law of inertia, states that an object at rest will remain at rest. An object in motion will continue in motion with a constant velocity unless acted upon by an external force. In simpler terms, objects will remain in their current state of motion unless something causes them to change. This law was first described by Sir Isaac Newton in 1687 as part of his three laws of motion. Essentially, the first law explains what happens to objects when no forces are acting upon them. It also helps us to understand why objects behave the way they do when forces are applied. For example, if you push a book across the table, it will continue to move until it comes to a stop. This is because the movement of the book was caused by the force you applied, and it will stop moving once that force is no longer present. Another way to think about it is that objects have a natural resistance to changes in their motion. This resistance is called inertia. The greater an object's mass, the greater its inertia. We often see the first law of motion in action in our daily lives. For example, when you are riding in a car and it suddenly stops, you might lurch forward. This is because your body was in motion along with the car, and when the car stopped, your body wanted to continue moving forward. This is also why we wear seat belts. They help to stop us from continuing to move forward when the car suddenly stops. The first law of motion is a fundamental concept in physics and helps to explain why objects behave the way they do. By understanding this law, we can better understand the world around us and even predict how objects will behave in certain situations. Whether you're studying physics or just curious about how the world works, the first law of motion is an important concept to understand. It is the foundation for the study of motion and the basis for many of the laws that govern our physical world. While it may seem like a simple concept, it has far-reaching implications and can help us to better understand everything from how cars stop to how planets move through space.